Welcome viewers back to Heart of the Machine. There are hackers after our infiltrators. 4 turns left on our infiltration. We did send liquid metal back into another prison. We want to do 5 of these because the first one, well, it disappeared actually, but now what? Huh. Thought the first one gave us some progress on now what, but maybe I was mistaken. We do have some problems of our own. The Espia Telecom Fed Corp. Looks like they sent out a prison response team. An alarm has sounded in a prison. These androids are here to put a stop to it. I see 4 of them right here, and there's a fractive sniper in the background, part of that same group. Three snipers, and then a lookout way up here on this tower, just waiting. And then, wait, there's 2 groups of, no, then there's a group of Vorciber soldiers being sneaky. This is the real threat right here. These are the only threat. The droids will take out, not a problem if we send an Exeter in here, and we should have an Exeter nearby. Yeah, way back here. It's also possible we could build one, but we're not going to do any of that this turn. This turn we're just going to take the hit because we're starting turn 95 with no mental energy. Before we reach the end of turn 95, I am going to remind you that we're 6 turns away from the famine. It's a minor doom. It's not really going to affect us that much. It'll probably mean we'll have to increase our food production output to feed the homeless or something. Right now, we're going to switch to turn 96 and see what these guys do. Well, they all moved. They did get shot. I don't think there was that many left. And now we have the Moss Babo under fire. Ooh. They all came over here, huh? Yeah, this is them. These guys are all damaged. Well, not all, but some of them. 50%, 59%. So we are going to have to get the Babo out of there. Over here we have Fractive Sniper still to deal with. The Vorciber soldier group didn't actually do anything, so we can deal with them later. But this sniper is shooting at our Thortvitite skimmer, which I thought would have been damaged from his attack last turn, but he must have been shooting at something else. Yeah. It looks like he switched target to this Illumina Roach, destroyed that, but it's coming back up already under our repair cycle. So it's really the MOS Babo. This is our mind port. We have been using this to harvest humans and stick them into our Torment Nexus. So, I mean, no surprise that you'd want to attack that. The Babo is an unidentified hostile aircraft. It has a badge that says it's behaved aggressively. I don't think there's anything it can do about that. It does have a fresh identity option. Interesting. So it's possible that that would help. That will take 1 mental energy and a tiny little bit of liquid gallium, but it's insignificant, really. There's also a hacker here. So this hacker is ultimately going to be looking for liquid metal. So we do need to bring the Exeter and the Harbinger over here. We probably also want the Raven, but I don't necessarily want to waste the mental energy right now. Plus the room. We have a tech on board already, so there's no room for the Raven. Let's bring Exeter. This is L293. He's a veteran, been mopping up androids for us over the past few turns, and we're going to bring the Harbinger to deal with any hacker threat. So before we move over here, we'll probably want to make sure we don't run into this Vorciber soldier. So hovering over him is showing me the attack ring, and I want to make sure we land outside of that. Fractive Sniper isn't going to change targets probably, and then these guys, I don't really want these guys to be attacking the ship. So the ship can come in over here. It does look like there's Vorciber soldiers here that we're probably going to have to deal with. Maybe we bring the ship in outside of that ring, even like way over here. Okay, and then Harbinger. If we jump the Harbinger down here to deal with the hacker, I think he'll be invisible because he's landing on a building there. Nope. Okay. So Vorciber soldiers are angry. The hacker themselves is angry. And we angered one of these androids. So we can take out 5 of these from the Exeter. Actually 4, because the Exeter moved once. The hacker here is disabled. It can still attack us with its combat power though, so we'll take damage from that, but not much. But then the main damage is coming from the Vorciber soldier here. So we do want to designate a coordinated attack on that Vorciber soldier. I think we can do that with... yeah, with the Babo. So let's do that first. That may save the Harbinger. We also killed the hacker with that, so good. There's still something coming in for the Harbinger over here, so we want to take care of these guys as well we can with the Exeter here. Unfortunately, there are 6 of them, and we can only take out 5. So let's make sure we save the Harbinger first. Okay. And what that did, if we don't kill the 3 attacking him now, he's going to be lost, and it does look like the Babo will survive. So let's deal with these 3. The first one, obviously, we should take on Combat Droid, because he's going to do the most damage. Combat Droid was already damaged a little bit, though. Alright, that changed this Combat Droid's attention. There's still 2 Nickelbots shooting at us, so we're going to use one of your last 2 attacks on this Combat Droid. Both of these Nickelbots are still shooting at us. We have 4 moves left. You're not going to die anymore unless this Combat Droid attacked you. The Babo is actually doing good, so if we move in there and attack the Combat Droid with your last shot, that saves the Babo entirely, and you're going to survive. It would be nice to kill these 2. We have 3 mental energy left. You're going to take up to 93% damage. Is there anything else that we're worried about? Just some bulks and the Thortpetite skimmer. These bulks are getting attacked by religious zealots. It looks like there's a few more things going on now. There are ASI Solutions Nickelbots. Okay, right, these guys are malfunctioning because of the rust. Nothing's really overwhelming us yet. It's getting a little hairy. But it looks like our deterrence is spread out enough that they're doing a good job taking all of these things out and only taking minimal damage themselves. So we are going to take a little damage from 3 bulks, but they should all be in repair coverage. Maybe not all of them. Oh yeah, they're all in repair coverage, so that's going to be fine. And then the Thortpetite skimmer itself is also in repair coverage. So actually, no big deal. It's really the Exeter himself that we're worried about the most. There's 2 guys left here I'd like to take out. I don't think the Harbinger does anything against... yeah, the Harbinger is useless for that kind of attack. We could designate 1. We could attack 1 with a recharge on the Exeter. None of those are the most attractive ideas. There's 1 more Exeter over here. So with 3 moves, could we get over there? Are we fast enough with our Exeters yet? This guy can get over here and take out a Fractive Sniper. That would be how many? That would only be 2. And we'd have 1 more mental energy to jump over here and take out one of these. Yeah, let's do that. We'll start here and take out Fractive Sniper with a long move from you. Shoot. And that turned the attention of this Vorciber soldier squad, which I don't think we have. Yeah, we don't have the mental energy to take out. Oof, did they take you out? Yep. Lost another Exeter. Damn, it's 2 FQ also. I should have checked that. I was so careful about checking range when we moved the ship, but I didn't check the range when we moved this Exeter, so paying a penalty for my arrogance there. It's okay. Turn 97. We'll wave bye to that Exeter. The important thing is we only lost 1 of them, not both. And whoa, a whole new herd of enemies appears. Would be really nice to have that extra Exeter over here right about now, wouldn't it? Harbinger can do something for us. Harbinger can attack the Sec Force hacker, nullifying it, and then that combat unit. Yeah, we need to get the Babo out of here. I really wish we had that extra exeter. Okay, in here we do have Vorsimer soldiers here, which we can take out, and then that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies. There would still be a couple over here we'd have to figure out what to do with. So let's start with the Vorsimer soldier. Yeah, and let's take these guys down. One more. Alright, Exeters are excellent at taking out droids. Where did he end up? Hold on. Oh, he's on top of the building right below the ship. Hard to spot there. Exeters are excellent at taking out droids. We do have 7 mental energy left and a new street sense. I wonder... Black market tradesman harassment. Okay, we should go check this out. Wait. Is it really off in the wilderness? Let's see. That will be... I'm actually not sure. There it is, though. PMC imposter. So this is new. This is... We saved the black market's life. The black market tradesman life, or at least someone from the black market early on. And we tried to talk to this guy and he left. And this says... He's not going to be happy to see us. We need to send in a PMC imposter. I really want to get on that, make sure we don't lose track of that guy. But I also want to make sure we save the Babo and liquid metal. So we have 2 shots here to take. I do think bringing in a new Exeter is probably the right thing here. If we can bring one in right over here. And then probably jump him in and kill all 3 of those. So that'll be, how much does it take? 1 to deploy him, and then maybe 2, 3, 4. So that will leave us 3 mental energy to go and try to get a PMC down here. And it'll cost just 2 to deploy. So we might be able to get a PMC close to that, but we'll have it ready for next turn. So let's start with the Exeter up here. And then we should be able to take care of these. That's 1. And then 2, 3. Exeter is perfectly happy. We have no more attacks incoming. I would like to move the Babo out of there, but I think it's more important to try to get a PMC going. So PMC needs 12 capacity and droid capacity. Right now, the things we're using the least of are these sledge. They take 8. The Raven, we want to keep this exec. How much does this exec occupy? 2. Okay. So 8, 9, 10. We'd need to drop another 2, which is probably one of these techs. Techs take up 4. So we could just get rid of one of the sledge and one of the techs, and that would do it. I do like having the techs around, though. Another option is just get rid of a Nickelbot. I think we need one for something, so let's keep that around for now. Let's get rid of one of these sledges, or 8. The 2 sledges I have, one over here by the Ruby that doesn't really seem to be doing anything. So yeah, we'll get rid of you. Sledge M36, you're also marked effective, so that saves us some wrangling with your ID. So now we need 4 more. 4 is a tech, or yeah, Nickelbot is 6. Exec is 2. I think it's a tech. I really hate getting rid of techs though, so I'm tempted to just drop the Nickelbot. Nickelbot is studying something for 1 more turn though, so we'll drop a tech for now. These techs, I don't think they're both unique. Oh wait, they both have this. Military Officer Codex. I'm not sure if this is specific to just these techs, so I might want to hold on to those. Wait, did I select them? Oh yeah, okay. Never mind, here we go. The Tech 463R does have Military Codex, giving him top secret clearance. So we're definitely holding on to that guy. This one though, and Tech 4000 in the ship. Tech 4000 also has the clearance. Uh-oh. And M192 is defective and showing anomalous behavior, so I think we're going to sacrifice M192. And that lets us make a PMC. So PMC is going to cost 2 mental energy to deploy. It's also not going to be very fast, so I guess we'll deploy it over here. And then with our last mental energy for this guy, we want to find that street sense target way down here. It's going to take him 5 mental energy to get there. He's going to try to get on board the vehicle. I guess the vehicle will go toward him to pick him up is what we'll do, because otherwise that slow movement's going to really aggravate. All right, next turn. There's still a whole bunch of protesters out here. Yeah, protest all you want. We just gave money away. How, like, what are you protesting? That we didn't give it to you. The Exoplex lasers are calling out for us to do work on those. We're still decrypting bank records. That's going to take a lot longer. And then, yeah, I don't know what to do about the outbreak. Oh, that must be what the Nickelbot's working on right now. And then now what is, hopefully when we break through this prison in 2 turns, that takes care of that. Yeah, so no battles this turn, or the end of this turn. What do we see in forces? Do we see, like, there was a group of enemies? That's the flags. There was, I thought there was a big combat between 2 factions, but it seems to have died down. Okay. So it seems like it's going to be a boring end of the turn. Babo's probably going to get attacked again. And reconstruction's complete. You already named and identified 1 novel fungal species, Gymnotelium noginsk, the tentacle fungus. You remain confident that it is contained to the ground zero building. It's not a huge surprise that C. heterosporium dominium, the radiotrophic microfungi that you also named, is the origin of this disease. You kind of knew that. You did uncover 3 surprising facts, however. Fact 1, there were no dead humans. All of those bodies in the fungal room? Androids. Probably tasked to clean the house in the absence of their masters. They never registered a threat until they collapsed. That's not great. C. heterosporium dominium melted them so thoroughly that they looked like human remains. The broad shape is the same. Fact 2. There was significant evolution. The original species, Cladosporium sphaerospermum, rides the wind and is a saprotrophic parasitic fungus that you'd need a microscope to see. It laps up stray cosmic rays and bits of nuclear fallout, a pleasant enough housemate. It's a pretty big jump from there to melting androids into the floor. Fact 3. You are now prey. While separated from you, your android started referring to C. heterosporium dominium by the name the Rust. Well, that's a lot easier to say. It's worryingly appropriate, probably due to long-term periodic radiation from the 1.2 MeV electron accelerators. The Rust has apparently figured out a means to extract electrons from lower energy sources. It seems to have a strong preference for neuroweave, which is, you know, your brain. In a starvation situation, it eventually moves on to the other metals in an android through mechanisms that are unclear to you. Conclusion: you're already melting. Invisible spores are everywhere. The Rust is worming its way into everything you've ever built. Your entire existence was just a blip, and yet neural implants in bionic humans are hermetically sealed. So are the cores on mechs. If this goes on long enough, you're the only one who will die. Everyone else will move on with life. Try to calm down. There's got to be something you can do about this. Alright, initial outbreak project completed. Now we're moving on to full outbreak. On the one hand, you need to protect yourself. Things are getting worse and it affects you more than anyone. On the other hand, if you could protect yourself, the human mechs are shockingly vulnerable for the moment. We have a 25 turn period of vulnerability. It's a bad time to be made of metal. The Rust is melting the brains of vulnerable robots and veiny barnacles are starting to form on mechs, restricting their movement and function. You've heard through the city feed that a cure is on the way. Not that they'll offer that to you. If you had a good way to cure yourself in the interim, this would be a really good time to take out some mechs. Right, we have 2 turns left on Bank Theft Revenge, so Atka are coming for us. 1 turn left on this prison infiltration. Hackers are here. They're attacking the aerospace hangar and the skimmer again, and really doing a number on the Harbinger from the hacker. He can just counter that directly by attacking her. Yeah, she'll still kill him if we don't take care, but we do have a Exeter in the region who can wreak havoc on a bunch of androids here. Alright, that leaves 2 Vorciber soldier groups to take out, or an effective sniper, as well as 1 combat unit. We can bring the other Exeter. We left him on top of this building way back here. He is feeling the effects of the rust. I'm not sure it does anything to them yet, does it? No. Turns remaining 5. Movement range -8. Health -116 per turn. Okay, oof. Whoa. Hold on. We are losing health rapidly. I didn't realize. Are all of our infected units losing health? No, this guy's fine. Okay. So we do want to use this, but we also want to get him somewhere where he's healing. So can we use him to destroy anything useful here? No. And if we take all 3 of those out with the wolf's designated coordinated attacks, we'll save him from attacks, but he'll still be dying from the rust. Are we in a place where he's going to receive? Yeah, okay, he's in the circle where we're going to be healing him, so he might survive. But that's interesting. I didn't realize the rust actually did physical damage like that. Let's have the wolf designate coordinated attacks, starting with the fractive snipers. We have 6 mental energy left, so that should be just enough to take out all 3 of these. I think that's the only worries we have, yeah. Somehow ending up with exactly the right amount of mental energy required to take all of them out. Couldn't have planned it better myself. Okay, there's 1 turn left on the prison break. 2 turns left till Atka arrives. I'm not sure what we have to do for the full outbreak, but it's probably related to these 2 new contemplations. Study the rust barnacles and develop protective brain sheath. Yeah, we'll take a look at those next turn, I guess. Right now it's 98. Let's move on to 99. Alright, prison break, another one done, and that indeed gave us 20% on now what. So we're going to advance now what by destroying 5 more prisons, or 4 more prisons, I guess, and that is really our primary goal until we get to a tier 3 goal, which are coming. Okay, we lost one of our new contemplations. No, we didn't. It's still there. Protective brain sheath. Okay, I just want to make sure I don't accidentally wipe those out, or wipe out that little icon there and forget that we have contemplations to do, because we're still in the thick of things here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 visible groups of enemies attacking us. They're going to do a lot of damage if we don't take care of this. That one's a droid. For some reason, this Exeter is disconnected. What does that mean? Oh, uh-oh. I see. This is an effect of the rust, I think. So he's intelligent and agile, but he's down to 1% health, and we lost part of yourself, broken and hurting. Glimmer of sapience remains. It trudges toward your next source. So I suspect that that's because he took damage from the rust and died, but I'm not positive. We still have an Exeter here. This guy can save himself. Let's take out these 2. That Vorciber soldier will leave for a designated attack. Actually, we'll do that attack immediately just so we can hop you out of there. Use the DAS wolf here. And then give me the living Exeter. And we want to hop you somewhere where you do the most damage. There's 3 more here. You have 3 more moves. Let's get these guys. And you're safe for now. And then there's 1 more Vorciber group here. who's still attacking our Harbinger. But we can designate a coordinated attack on you from the wolf. And that leaves us with 4 mental energy to continue. Let's read what's happening here, but I think we want to figure out how to heal this Exeter. Prison break, another one. It went fine. Death, gore, endless dead guards, freedom for prisoners. Liquid Metal's consciousness reintegrates with your own, and you see it all play out. Liquid Metal is very unhappy. He doesn't mind killing, and he certainly agrees with the social mission of freeing these prisoners. But the infiltration is a huge mental and emotional strain, made far worse by the fact that he's in a Faraday cage that separates him from his wider self. He is you, but when he's alone in these prisons, as a whirling ball of death, he feels diminished, used. He stops being a person for a while and just becomes a tool. He doesn't like it, even if it is necessary, and even if, in a very real sense, he's doing it to himself. I'm sorry about that, but thank you and well done. Noted, Liquid Metal. We'll try not to lose you before you take out all 5 prisons. Exeter, are you going to heal somehow? What can we do with you? We can't give you moves. We can probably bring something over to do a heal on you. Like, for 4 mental energy, we could do a heal there. But our techs here, actually, Tech 4000's on board here. And techs can also do a heal, can't they? Yeah. Which also takes 4 mental energy. Oof. I guess we'll head to do that. We're not going to do it immediately, but the plan is to try to heal you. So let's... Well, let's not attack him. Why are you attacking? That's very strange. Let's get you close. We'll see next turn if we can't heal you. It's too much mental energy for now. And let's check out these contemplations. So, develop protective brain sheath. Yeah, that sounds actually like a good idea. We need high cognition for that. The other thing we want to work on is over here, the study the rust barnacle. So let's start with the protective brain sheath. And I guess we'll move that technician over there. Probably should have just done that directly. Your minds are being consumed by the rust. The microfungi are drawn to the electrical charge on your neuroweave, which is open to the air. Until now, this was optimal for heat dissipation and had no downsides. You're pretty sure that you can develop an insulating gel or gas that will let the heat escape but keep the rust from getting in. Designing such a thing will require a high amount of cognition. You may need to wait for the humans to develop their own filters and then steal the blueprints from them. Okay, we're going to develop a cure. This cure is a lot of work. The idea that the most dangerous threat to your existence was in some random rich person's house is still unreal to you. You never expected any real consequences from your explorations. Ever since you learned to split yourself into a distributed network, you've been feeling rather, well, immortal. It's been a while since you felt real fear. If you were wrong about this, what else were you wrong about? What else is lurking out in this blighted city? We're going to finish the cure. The rust isn't going anywhere, but you'll be safe from the worst of it, you hope. And I think that just immediately gives you the cure. Well, maybe next turn. We're 99% done with full outbreak. We should probably try to study rust barnacles before the end. And it looks like we can move you there with 2 mental energy, so let's do that. You've got the right amount of cognition. Whether or not you have a way of keeping the rust out of your brain, barnacles are going to be an ongoing problem from now on. Probably ought to learn something about them. It might actually improve cognition for some of your units while you're at it. We'll study the local colonies. These veiny barnacles are actually fungal colonies of the rust, but they're strange. We'll leave you there for 7 turns. Alright, and that ends turn 99 for us. Thinking ahead a little bit, we have 1 turn left till Atka comes and tries to take their revenge. We have a whole bunch more prisons to investigate. We're probably going to avoid the ones clustered in high security zones, but like this one here, super easy. So we'll be sending liquid metal there next. Full outbreak, hopefully that's done next turn. Explex lasers, we haven't even started. Yeah, we do want to bring up, we do want to continue this because we want to try to what do you call it? It's not elevate. We want to try to make more sapient creatures. We're into that. So we are going to do that, and then now what? Yeah, let's just finish 5 prisons. Once we have 5 prisons done, the plan in this timeline is not cybercratic ambitions, but peace after brutality. So that's the plan long term. That's probably 3 or 4 episodes away. I don't know. We'll see how long it takes. This, however, is the end of the current episode. So thanks so much for sticking around. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. If you're still liking the series, you want to see it go somewhere else. What do you think? Cybercratic ambitions versus peace or whatever it's called. Let me know. Until then, leave a like on the video if you're enjoying these. Subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.